Yesterday I told my husband I wanted to be separated from him.
Even just 5 years ago, I didn't understand how people who could love each other so much to get married and have kids and build a life together just throw it all away like that. But something never felt right with me. Something never felt right with my relationship. It was always confusing. Do I believe he loves me? Yes, I have no doubt he would absolutely kill for me. But when it comes to nurturing and loving someone and like wanting to bend every will in your body for them and desire them or just take them out or make them happy, know their littlest things, paying attention to things that he was saying. The one example that always stuck out in my mind was when he described his uncle's relationship with his wife. His uncle was kind of a Rolling Stone type of guy, never really had a home. And he met his wife and he said just how he dances with her and grabs on her and loves her. I could just tell that she was the one, that he just loves her so much. That's an odd thing to say to a wife that you don't dance with, hug, grab, or touch on. And I think little things like that throughout the years. And when he loved me, God, he loved me so hard. As to his attention. The problem was always me. I could never be together. You know, I had to go back to therapy. I had to read all the self-help books. And you wouldn't believe how many I have read. And I have them all. I will show you.
We don't care.
Men are often demonized in the first session of couples therapy. There are two big reasons for this. One, women are usually better at articulating their grievances. Two, criticize a woman too early and she is likely to stomp out of the session. Men will just take it.
This right here is the perfect example of why so many men are walking away from marriage. Women convince themselves that love means the man has to constantly read their mind, bend over backwards, and live only to please them, while their own effort is nowhere to be found. It doesn't matter if he's loyal, provides, protects, loves her, and is there every single day. If he's not performing like a circus act to make her feel adored every second, suddenly, it's not enough. Men are in a lose-lose situation. If he sacrifices everything for her, she'll get bored and say it feels like being roommates. If he sets boundaries or focuses on his own peace, he's not nurturing enough. And when therapy comes into play, the man gets painted as the problem because he doesn't cry on cue or speak in emotional essays like she does.
Yeah, I don't mind my eyebrows or my greasy face. I just got my eyebrows done. But I'm going to have a very vulnerable moment, if y'all don't mind. I just fell in the parking lot of Walmart. And I went to grab my phone in that moment that I was hurting. And I wanted to call my husband and cry to him and have him comfort me like he always had after 25 years. The first thing I wanted to do was call him. And then I realized that he's not mine to call anymore. And how alone I really am. And it sucks. It really sucks. And I haven't been able to stop crying since. And I'm fine. But it sucks so bad.
This is the reality of women who chase their own whims over stability. 25 years of a husband, a life built together, gone, and now she's left crying, desperate to reach out, but can't. Men are human too, and once they've walked away from a marriage like that, they're done. The irony is that she spent decades with someone providing, loving, and being loyal. Yet her own choices put her in this helpless spot. Now she's learning the hard way that emotional attachment can't undo decisions, and no amount of tears or longing can rewind the clock.
So recently I caught up with an old friend and she was telling me that she got divorced, and I was so surprised because her and her husband were such a cute couple and they had been together for 11 years. So I asked her, like, what happened? I figured something bad happened. She's like, honestly, I was just bored. Like, my husband, all he did was work. I was a stay-at-home mom. We had 3 kids and I just got lonely and bored. And she says that when she would bring it up, like, he would take her out, but it was just boring to her. Like, she needed some excitement in her life. She just felt like she was just a mom and a wife, and her husband just wasn't doing that for her. And she had other friends that had, you know, boyfriends, or like they had just got married, and they were always going out, always going on vacation, always partying, like going to the club, going to the bar, hanging out with friends, and they did none of that. And when she would bring it up to her husband would always tell her, like, I gotta work. Like, you know, they had a big house, they had nice things, like he was just trying to work. So they ended up getting divorced, and now, you know, she's single, she lives alone, she's working, and she's dating. So then I told her, oh, well, that must be exciting, like dating and stuff. And she's like, no, I fucking hate it. And I was like, why? And she's like, because all they want to do is just have fun. They just want to go to the club, they just want to go to the bar, they just want to hang out, have a good time, and then that's it. She said, no one wants to help me out. Like, I'm trying to find someone that's going to help take care of my kids. She's like, I just want someone to be a provider, not just a good time. So I was all like, well, wasn't that what your husband was doing? And she's like, I know. And I guess now her ex-husband is dating someone, like, seriously.
This story is textbook modern female behavior. She watched everyone else living exciting lives online, scrolling through curated fun, spontaneous trips, and glamorous nights out, and decided her stable, loving marriage was boring. Instead of appreciating what she had, she chased the cheap thrills she saw on feeds, thinking life had to be non-stop excitement. Now she's paying for it, watching her ex move on, seeing another woman live the life she once had, and realizing social media's highlight reels don't replace loyalty, love, and stability. It's a brutal lesson in comparison culture destroying marriages.
My parents were going through a divorce. That was rough because I was a daddy's girl. My mum said, you can't see your dad. I'd say my mum, in a way, weaponized the whole child situation. And I can say this now because we've gone through it, we've spoken about it. And she's put up her hands to actually say, I'm so glad your dad fought for you. Because in many situations, like, men can get tired, or they don't know what to do, or they don't understand the legal system. Yes. And that's why there's many women I know that don't have a dad. And it's not always the man just ran off. Do you understand? Yes. It's oftentimes the men just don't know what to do and don't have the finances.
Don't ask the dad why he didn't fight hard enough. Ask the mom why dad had to fight.
The woman you married, who knows everything about you, is no longer your friend or advocate. Stop treating her as such. The minute she wants a divorce, she's instant enemy and not looking out for your best interests. As a husband, as a father, as a citizen, she will do everything she can to destroy you. And the minute she hires an attorney, it just becomes war at that point.
The harsh truth is, men are set up to lose in marriage once a woman decides she's done. The wife who once claimed to love, support, and advocate for you instantly becomes an adversary. Boundaries, loyalty, and shared history mean nothing once she hires an attorney. It's full-blown war. Men can be providers, fathers, and loyal partners, yet all that effort can be turned against them in an instant. The system rewards her exit strategy while punishing his investment. This is why men enter marriage with caution, because the second she decides to walk, everything he built can be weaponized.
This guy, the Truth Desire, something like that, he interviewed a divorce attorney, is the main bottom line here. And he asked the divorce attorney, she's a female divorce attorney, hey, who initiates most of the divorces and why? And she said something that I've been saying for years, and I thought it was awesome because it finally vindicated me. She said the women initiate the divorces, and a big reason why they do it is because they get talking to their girlfriends, and their girlfriends put shit in their ear.
The same girlfriends will happily bail on you once the divorce papers are signed. Those same girlfriends who whispered, leave him, and fed all the doubts. Poof. Suddenly they're nowhere to be found when reality hits. They don't stick around to help clean up the mess, cover the emotional fallout, or watch you rebuild. Modern female friendships in these situations are pure noise. They stir the pot, then vanish. The worst people to get marriage advice from. Bitter women.
Y'all, imagine being married, asking for a divorce for a specific reason, and then regretting that shit later. Okay, so there was this woman on TikTok who made a video about her friend. So her and her friend went out recently, and her friend was married for 11 years to a man that she thought they were going to be together forever and ever and ever, because they were just a super cute couple. They had a really good dynamic, and they got along really well and never had crazy issues, right? So the But she's now divorced and has been divorced for 3 years. And so she asks her, like, oh, like, why did you end up, getting divorced? And she said, well, I am the one who asked for the divorce because I got bored. She said the relationship got really boring. She was a stay-at-home mom. All he did was work. And they were well off. So this guy is putting in a lot of hours and a lot of, work time. So that way they can live the comfortable life they were living. Okay? He paying all the bills. So she said she got bored always being home, taking care of the kids and not really having them time or doing like spontaneous fun stuff. Well, she would tell him about it and he would try to take her out and try to do stuff, but it just felt like it wasn't enough and it wasn't the same for her that, like it used to be when you're in a fresh relationship. Well, duh, bitch, it's been 11 years. Spice it up. You do something. Anyway, so she asked for a divorce. He gave it to her and she's been dating for these past 3 years. And so she asks her, how's it been? How's the dating life been? Okay. And she tells her, honestly, it's been trash. It was fun at first, but now it's not fun because I'm looking for something serious now and no guys want to take shit serious. All they want to do is have fun, right? Club, bar, let's go out, let's do this, let's travel, let's do that. It's always go. And that is what she wanted in the beginning, but that's not what she wants now, 3 years later, right? So now she's like, I want to get serious with someone and I want someone to help me with my kids and help me, and I don't fucking know. She wanted to be a stay-at-home mom again, okay? What she wanted was her old life that she chose to give up for some fun, temporary fun at that, right? So she left this good-ass man for bullshit just to regret it. And he has been now in a relationship for 2 years of the 3 years they've been divorced. So a year he took to himself, then he found someone and he's been with that person for 2 years. She is now moved in. She is now living the life that this woman once was living. And she herself has 2 kids, so he's helping her with her kids and his kids. And she's kind of like offended by that. Shorty, you gave him up. He got every right to be happy. And he was a good one because somebody cuffed him up real fucking quick and knew how to keep him. So all I gotta say is if you got a good man, keep him. Keep him. Be bored, bitch. Figure it out.
For women, boring means routine. For men, its routine is peace, calm, and happiness. This is the perfect example of how reckless and selfish some women can be. They'll throw away a solid marriage, a man breaking his back to provide a stable home for their kids, all because they got bored. No abuse, no betrayal, no neglect, just boredom. And then, after chasing fun, they find out the hard way that the streets don't offer stability, loyalty, or love, just empty hookups and disappointment. Meanwhile, the man they tossed aside gets snatched up quickly by another woman who appreciates him, and suddenly the ex is bitter and jealous. Brutal truth? Women like this don't deserve sympathy. They gamble their family for temporary thrills, then cry when reality humbles them.
If you got a good man in your life, keep him. Try to work through it. If you and your baby father are together and he takes care of you and does things for you, it's better to keep him because I'm going to give you free game from a man. All that comes after that is men that are just going to use you to sleep with you. And some of you say, no, they're going to take you on vacation. They're going to buy you some bags. Every man has a limit and to a cap into what he's going to spend until he gets bored and finds the next one. As a single man, it's easy to know if I go after the single moms what I could do. I could put a $5,000 cap and make that stretch over 6-7 months and use it. And once that money's reached, I'm going to see how long I can hang out with her and not have to do nothing until she realizes I'm done. If a man has more money, the cap goes up. They're only going to do for you until they get bored because now they're not really looking for marriage. They're just looking for somebody to consistently sleep with, and that's all. Men with money are players just like every other man. You just got to know what you're playing with. Moral of the story is if you have a good man, keep him because men out here are not doing all of that. Dating a woman that came out of a relationship, if her bills are $6,000, that's what it costs you to get her.
If your husband is a good guy, but you're ready for divorce, you're not a bad person. So don't let guilt get the best of you.
Wow. Instead of showing women the mirror, you tell them it's not your fault. But the truth is, when you have a good man, you don't throw him away for fleeting boredom or fantasies of better. Men are finite resources. Once they walk away, they don't stick around just to entertain you forever. Single moms and divorced women often face men who are only looking for fun, not commitment, and there's always a cap on what they'll give before they move on. The reality hits hard. The grass isn't greener, and after kids and divorce, attracting quality men is a much steeper uphill battle. Regret isn't sympathy. It's the consequence of choices, plain and simple. And that's it for today on Sigma Traits. Make sure you hit that like button, smash that subscribe button, and don't forget to ring that notification bell. Support this channel through membership. You can also support through PayPal, link in the description. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. See you all tomorrow.